So guys, this is June the 8th. I'm also going to do a video here about my black cherry plant. Why? Because I really like it. It's doing really good in the warm weather. Except this, I hate the fact that it grew through the net here. And it's like bringing down my net. I hope it doesn't break it. I'm going to have to cut that. Anyways, look how many tomatoes this thing's produced. Look at this, clusters and clusters of tomatoes every single where. Look at that back there. Up there, here, of course here, and every other place. These things are so good, and they actually ripen late. They're so worth it here in Phoenix, Arizona, because you get like a consistent harvest of all the varieties of tomatoes, and when the heat kicks in and it's hard to grow the big ones, these ones still do pretty good. So they're pretty heat tolerant, and they do really good. They don't get blossom end rot because they're too small. Usually small tomatoes don't get blossom end rot, and they've pretty much been prone to cracking. Look how many there are. I'm just showing you guys like mostly the ripened ones, but it's loaded with fruit everywhere up there. So I'm gonna harvest a bunch of these, and I want to do a little video before I harvest them. So black cherry. This thing's like a canopy of just tomatoes, and next year I'm gonna plant it in my other garden, which is taller in height than this. It's like 7 feet. This is only like almost like 6 feet here. The other one's 7 or 8 feet actually. And black cherry, pretty easy to grow. I'm really liking this plant. It's a late bloom, not a late bloomer. It takes off late. At first you're like discouraged because it grows up to like yay high, like 2.5 feet high before you even see any tomatoes. And then it just goes crazy. It literally goes crazy. I let all the suckers grow. After 2 feet, just let everything grow. And as you can see, just a canopy of tomatoes. Look at this. This is such a wild plant. I love it. I'm gonna try to take care of him for another month here or so, see how many I can get out of him. I've already harvested over like 100 tomatoes off this plant, and there's still at least 150 or more on there, at least. So, black cherry, and pretty heat tolerant. I've had no problems relatively with this plant. Its other plant in the corner here is a black cherry. He died out. He had some kind of disease. There's no way I could rescue him. I tried everything in the world. Didn't work out. But this guy did get, oh look, even more tomatoes. More and more tomatoes. Cool. So black cherry. Remember, it's a late. You got to start him really early because he ripens late. But does a good job. Consistent. You get a consistent harvest. They don't all ripen at once. As you can see, they just, you know, one by one, they take off. Awesome plant. They're super delicious. Black cherry. Still a good shot here for YouTube. Hopefully it'll use this as the main screen.